happy holidays, everybody. Cheers. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is having a wonderful holiday. It's the weekend. Christmas falls on a Friday. You get to turn up in the house. You can't go nowhere, everything is closed. And the places are open, you're gonna get snitched out. Hopefully, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to tell. But those who are not just supposed to do stuff like this, and those who went out to be with family, like I got out, I got in the car, got to go see some relatives and whatnot, and we kicked it for a minute. I had some rum punch, had some salmon and whatnot. I had a good old time, and that's what it was about. Now I'm like, at this point in life, I like to do the way I like to do things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be forced to do something. Like, I don't want to be with the large family and we have to do this and we have to do this and be fake around each other. I'm not doing that no more. I'm like, listen, we can kick it, we can talk, you know what I mean? But other than that, no, I want to go somewhere I can have fun. I want to enjoy myself. I mean, not saying I don't enjoy myself now, but I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to deal with all of that. None of that, no more. But anyway, on a positive note, know what I got? Another gimbal. Shout out to Clara, because she doesn't like to be mentioned. You know what I mean? So, like, she said, don't talk to me. And then I got this, a tabletop tripod, which is really cool. So I guess if I'm eating lunch or something, I can review food somewhere. It's really cool. I'm glad I got this. Thank you. And then I got this, portable vlogging kit. So you see it has the light around here, and the tripod here. So this is really cool, and it's about 42 inches, so it extends really high. You can use it on the tabletop, and you can use it on the floor, for anything. So this is really dope, and you can adjust the lights, which is awesome. So thank you. Now I got this amazing gift for myself. I saw this in BB&B, and it was $25. I'm like, you can't turn that down. Also, I've been buying a lot of juice lately. I'm going to the juice shops and stuff, and it's become expensive. That's like $12 to $15 a day, 7 days a week. Add that up. It's a lot. So I am glad I scored this. I'm going to go food shopping tomorrow, and I'm going to have fun. Stay tuned for some videos for me doing some funky stuff like this. Also, another thing, you get to make like sauces and stuff, which is really cool because you really can't be making sauces. I mean, you shouldn't buy sauce in a jar. It's the most disrespectful thing ever. I'm saying that because I had someone cook for me, and they, instead of making homemade pasta sauce, they cheated, and it was out of a jar, and it wasn't, appreciate the time and the effort, but if you're, if you're making Italian food, I expect you to make it the proper way. No shade. So, so I guess I gotta do things myself, or go to my homegirl Margie and Stephanie's house because that's where you can eat. So, cheers to them. Also, happy heavenly birthday to my best friend and brother Nico. It's been 3 years since he's been gone, and just wanted to give him a special shout out. I miss you. I love you. This world really hasn't been the same since you've been gone. It's not. It really hasn't. But I'm coping, and I know that you're with me in spirit, and I love you very, very much. Right? Cheers. On that note, what has everybody been watching? And I'm really kind of overwhelmed. I've been watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That just started, so it's like the second episode. This weekend is the third episode, and I'm like, okay. I'm getting to know a woman named Latoya, and then there's Drew. Drew has this husband that, I don't know, he left for like 3 days, didn't tell her. She's like, where you been? I don't want to tell you. I'm like, what? Nah, first of all, once you do that, Anyway, we'll get into that. Then there's Latoya. I don't really know much about her. I just know that, she's West Indian and that she has braids. That's all I know. I don't really know much of her. And that she seems interesting. She seems really fun. Potomac. I never got into those ladies until a husband grabbed someone's butt. That's what made me grab the producer's butt. It was a male. So I was like, I kind of got to get into this. I was like, damn, this is kind of interesting. So wait, a husband, he's doing what? And so I'm in. I'm a huge fan of Candace and Chris. I like them as a couple. I like that couple a lot. I don't care what y'all say about her. I like her. She's cool. I don't think that she was wrong in that whole her and Monique situation. I saw that Monique, you don't do nobody's hair like that. I'm sorry, you don't. It's a no for me. You don't. You just don't. No. The what's the woman's name? Giselle and Jamal thing. I'm like I said, I'm getting into this, so I just caught on. So I'm still watching like previous seasons as this reunion is happening. Whatever that situation is, I'm like, it's weird. He's never around, I get it, but then they like, damn, your man ain't never here, your man ain't never around, and there's like, she's always talking about him, so it's like, what do you call that? It's like the imaginary friend, like back in the days when Big Bird used to always talk about Snuffleupagus, and everybody thought he wasn't real, like that, or something like that. That's how I'm getting it. That's how I'm picking it up. But then they started like saying he's a cheater. He was doing this and doing that. And her face was just like, it looked like she just wanted to cry and like run off the screen, run away. I don't know. I don't know. I just damn, the women are vicious. And then she had like a whole binder of like stuff. Girl. So that's, I'm like, you gotta go. Like, I'm sorry. I just don't, like, for that right there, you doing too much. Like, and then you beat up the girl. And then you laughing about it. That's not funny. You know what I mean? Like, you don't beat somebody up and then make fun about it. That's not cool. And then there's the older woman, Karen. I was like, why are they like bowing down to this woman now? I guess she's like the Nene Leakes of like, she's like the queen of, that neighborhood. So, I guess, and I love Robin. Shout out to Dr. Wendy. It's Dr. Wendy. So for me, it's Dr. Wendy Osefo, it's the Green Eyed Bandits, and it's Candace. That's it. I like them. And I like the other girl, but she's not like some girl, Charisse. Whatever her business is, I like her. So cheers to them. I'm getting into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm gonna just say I'm going to jump on the Mary M. Cosby train. Why I'm going to jump on that train? I think because no one else is going to be on that train. And I feel like that's going to be a crazy train. I feel like they're making her seem crazy. She's not that crazy. The thing she does is crazy though. If you know what I mean. Apparently there was like some thing, like she was yelling at the people in the congregation because they didn't give her enough money and calling them cheap, and she said, that's why y'all cheap, and y'all this, and y'all nothing, and blah, 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 blah. And she, yo, you doing that in church and you a pastor? Shame on you. You're wrong. You're wrong for that. That's not cool. You don't do that. Come on. You know better than that, Dr. Cosby. I'm not gonna call you, matter of fact, Pastor Cosby. You are Pastor Cosby. You said you didn't want to be called Mother Cosby or something like that. You are Pastor Cosby. If I'm gonna go back and watch that episode later, I'm gonna come back and say something about it. So anyway, you are Mother Cosby. Anyway, come on, girl. And then there's the shout out to Meredith Marks. Like, first of all, her name just alone. I don't like what's going on with her and her husband though. I really feel that. It sucks. You don't want to see a demise in a relationship at all. Shit, I'm not in one, but I'm saying you don't want to see a demise in a relationship. That shit is not cool. no, but she's pretty solid. I like her. And then there's Whitney Rose. She's chill. I like she had the older husband. That's not why I like her. That's not why I like her, but I like that. You know, that's I had to say that about her. That's how I remember her. Also, she sounds like that girl that was on Vanderpump Rules. Then it was wait. I'm going back. I'm getting there. Help me, because I'm overwhelmed. It's too many in 1 week. Wait, it's like 2 nights in a day. Like the way it happens, Sunday, and then Wednesday. It's like, oh my god. What is that woman's name? Jen Shah. And then there's Lisa Bartow. Lisa Bartow is really cool. I like her. Her and Meredith kind of look alike. That's how I remember them. And then there's oh my god. Then there's the cool one. She's the coolest one. Blonde Heather. To me, she's like the coolest. She's my favorite. Like she was like, oh, she said, I'm Mormon, but I love blacks. I love the gays. I love this, and we're not supposed to, but I love them all. I bangs with you for that one. So shout out to you. You're pretty cool. I like you for that. That's all I got really for that. Shout out to MeTV for bringing back all the what do you call it? The Saturday morning cartoons that we grew up in. You know, like we people that was like grew up in the 80s and 90s. Well, 70s and 80s. Can't really count y'all 90s, which y'all really count. No shade. No, really. Shout out to the MeTV. They're bringing back all like the Saturday morning cartoons that everybody grew up on, like Popeye, Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny, Woody Woodpecker. Like we're gonna see like all of the amazing cartoons, like Casper the Friendly Ghost, and all that, like all the stuff that we grew up on when we were little kids. So you get to see this again. It's gonna be amazing. So I'm going to have me a big bowl of Apple Jacks, or it might be Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't know. My mom used to do that for me. She said like set me up in the morning just to wake up. Have my cereal and whatnot, put me in front of the TV. She go back to bed though. She go back to bed till like 11, 12, but I would sit there and from like 7 in the morning to like 12 in the afternoon. Like this. Well, I ain't laughing at that, but you know, so I did a bunch of that. It was really cool. So I'm gonna relive those moments. I get to be a kid again. I get to go back into like I was like 8 years old and like have that moment. Saturday morning, cereal and cartoons. That's gonna be amazing. Shout out to MeTV. Thank you. Cheers. Okay. So what else we got? Ask a native New Yorker. Well, let me tell you about this. I've been living in New York all my life, pretty much all my life. So, but now I'm an adult, and it's different. You know what I mean? As a kid growing up in New York, you're like you don't really care about money. You don't have to because your parents provide for you. They give you this, they give you that, and then everything was cheaper as what you think. You know what I mean? Now, as you're an adult, you have to pay rent. Your rent's like $2,000, and you're like, oh my god, I got a light bill, I got a gas bill, I got this, I got that, I got this. It's like a whole adult shit, and you gotta go to work to pay this shit. So it's kind of like, ugh. So, to live here and survive, shout out to you. Like, whoever survived here, like, as an adult, didn't run away. Because you got a lot of people that just get up and leave. Oh, it's too expensive. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do this. Oh, New York, it's crime. It's crime everywhere you fucking go. And it's worse crime when you go to other places. You know what I mean? So, don't come with that. So, pick up this book we're going to talk about. It's by Jake Dobkin. He was raised in Brooklyn. He attended Columbia University. Co-founded Gothamist, the popular award-winning website about New York. Oh, so this person is very credible. So I like this. We have a couple of topics like where should I live? Where do you find peace and quiet when you feel overwhelmed? What do you do if all your friends are richer than you? Hi. Most of my friends are richer than me. Where do you go? Where do you? Who do you have to give up my subway seat to, and why is New York the greatest city in the world? New York is one of the greatest cities in the world. I can tell you why I think it's the greatest city. It's a lot of opportunity here. Like, it's a lot of, you can come here and be anything you want. Oh my God, I sound like a person that came to America the first time. Like, oh my God. No, but you come here and you can like this, like, you can become an actor, you can just do this, and you can become this, you can freelance. It's just like, people come here, people just pack up and leave, and there's been a lot of success stories. I've met a lot of friends who moved to New York with maybe $200 15 years ago. And now they're millionaires and living here running shit. So shout out to them. You know what I mean? So you can do it. It's possible. It also tells you how to get around like a native New Yorker, like how to travel. Should you wash your hands after taking the subway? Absolutely. Why? Oh my God. Is it ever acceptable to pee outside? I'm like this. Listen, if you have to go, you have to go. You shouldn't. But if you have to go, you have to go. How to make friends, find love, and settle down. I make a lot of friends in New York. Like New York, like you can really meet a lot of people. And I gotta say, most of my friends, as an adult, are friends that are not from New York. Like the friends that I have that are from New York are the ones that I grew up with. But I can say like or that I live with or whatever. Like other than that, like no. No. How to afford life in New York. How to live here without losing your shit. So it covers a lot of things. How to keep a roof over your head. So it says the true New Yorker secretly believes that people living anywhere else have to be in some sense kidding, and that's by John Updike. Shout out to John. I get that. I like that. Look, I like that. The wine is starting to hit me. We just go through this. So once you have lived in New York and it has become your home, no place else is good enough. And that's by John Steinbeck. Okay, so we're gonna read. We're gonna go over a little question that someone asked Jake. Okay, so it says, "Dear Jake, I'm facing a serious life decision, and I'm not sure what to do. The basic facts. I'm graduating from college this year from a Midwestern university with a stereotypical liberal arts degree. I've got two options for what to do after school. I could move back to Minneapolis or I can move to New York. I got internship offers in both cities, both at media companies. Back home, I've got family and friends, but I'm worried I'll feel bored. You will. In New York, I know only two acquaintances from school, and the longest I've ever visited was for a week during a family trip. I love visiting, but I'm intimidated and freaking out a little about moving there. What should you advise? Stick to what I know, or should I take the leap and move out east? Seriously, not in Kansas anymore." Okay. All right. This is his response. You should definitely move to New York. Everyone has the opportunity to move to New York. The only route is safe realization is through challenge. Absolutely. And there's no place further more challenging and exhilarating to live. 5 months in this urban crucible will give you insight to the human experience that would take 5 years to gain in Minneapolis. Spend 5 years here and you'll discover things about yourself and about humankind that many people outside New York don't learn in a lifetime, which is true. You are right to be nervous. Moving to New York is one of the hardest moves there is. Of all the cities in America, it's one of the most expensive cities to live in. And simply finding a reasonable apartment to inhabit can be a costly ordeal. There are the physical tests. A human brain accustomed to the quiet civilization of the Midwest will take several weeks to adjust to inconsistent noise, pungent odors, and stampeding crowds. God, this is so true. Oh my God, just imagine you're not from New York and you step in a puddle of piss. Your first trip to New York. Bam! It's not good. Here, And all that is before you actually settle down the work of finding a real job, true friends, and the purpose of your life. To take such risk requires suitable rewards. Other new arrivals have probably told you about the myriad riches to be found here. Many are drawn to the sheer beauty of the city, the skyline and sunset, or the way the first or fast light of day perfectly aligns with the great or the Manhattan henge of mornings when the fog hangs low over the river and the skyscrapers seem to levitate above the ground. For others, it's cultural treasures, world-class museums, galleries, theaters, other music venues that can fill endless weekends. And of course, the overabundance of culinary offerings from 4-star restaurants to sidewalk food stands in Queens with chefs from every country on earth, which is true. Like, we have the best food. Like, you'll get the halal food, then you go to Little Italy, and then you got that, and you got Chinatown, and you go here, you go there, you got food in Brooklyn, you got Williamsburg. It's always somewhere to eat. Wish this person a lot of luck. I think they'll be alright. But I think this is a good book for someone who has not been to New York. I like it. I've been here, so I just got it just because I just got it, and then it was like, it was a good price, so I thought I'd pick it up. And I like just how it looks. Remind me of a cab. You know, it's a taxi. Okay. So with that being said, hope you all have an amazing rest of the holiday. Y'all be good. Stay safe, be merry. Keep your mask on because when you go outside, because it's dangerous. It's really dangerous. Stay up. Alright? Peace. Like and subscribe to my stuff. Alright? Peace.